We have a tornado watch in place through 11 p.m. for most of central and parts of North Alabama too, and we're currently watching the radar, watching for any type of rotation out there.
Yeah, there is one tornado warning down south of Montgomery right now, southwest of Montgomery. You can see that in that red box that's showing up on First Warning Live radar, and we're looking at this thing from Tuscaloosa County, and that is a hefty looking storm just north of Whitehall that is going to track mainly south of Prattville and right into the heart of the Montgomery metro area here, especially from the bypass southward down toward Hope Hole, in between downtown and Hope Hole. That is a mean storm that is tracking in that direction. So right now around central Alabama, we have some scattered heavy thunderstorms in Chilton and Bibb and Perry, and then a few more developing down here toward Marengo County and the southern part of Hale County and into Greene County. There has been some wind damage done from the storm that's near Montgomery. Well, when that came through Demopolis earlier and Gallion, there were some trees that got knocked down, but at this moment there's no immediate threat to anyone from these storms except for the dangerous lightning that's popping from them. We'll put a storm track on this, and I'm going to take you out all the way to about 43 miles per hour. You can see this gets close to Deatsville by 6:13, Thorsby about 5:55, Valley Grande about 5:24, and Marion about 4:59. So most of this staying south of places like Brent and Jemison, but there will be some more storms on the way through the evening. Other storms are still in progress. This one's pretty heavy, and you can see here from First Warning Live radar the amount of lightning that's coming out of this right over top of the city of Talladega. It is possible that some small hail could be falling from a storm like that one. This also tracking toward the northeast. You just saw the radar update there, tracking toward the northeast at roughly about 40 miles per hour. So that's the direction it's traveling up here toward Mount Cheaha and then over towards southern Calhoun County and into Cleburne County. You got some locally heavy downpours across Shelby County. And then to the north, there's some active weather up here in Winston County. None of this is severe at the moment, but it is something that we're keeping an eye on, watching for any signs of mischief out of a storm system like that or a storm complex like that. This one, more of a line tracking toward the northeast at close to 45 miles per hour. So this is moving right up toward Cullman and Bayleton and Joppa and Vinemont. Heavy rain, lots of lightning embedded within that. And as far as severe weather goes at the moment, it's really only confined to that storm that's down south of Montgomery. But we do have a tornado watch that is in effect until 11 p.m. for a big chunk of north and central Alabama. It does include Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Pell City, Gadsden, and Anniston. And the timeline for all of this, we've updated it just a bit since earlier today. It's going to be over by 7 p.m. in North Alabama, but I think it's about 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the very earliest before this severe weather threat ends. I'm going to go over to meteorologist Jordan West now. And Jordan, what's that future track showing us about this timing?
Oh, well, we got a lot of rain and thunderstorms on the radar through at least 5 o'clock, and that's what this future track kind of shows. But as we progress through the evening, this turns into less of a severe threat and into more of a flooding threat. This is 10 o'clock, still got some nasty looking thunderstorms, especially south of Birmingham at this point. And that last wave of what looks like severe weather kind of leaves out of central Alabama as early as, say, 1 a.m. and then we just get rain on top of rain, downpours, and heavy showers possible through the rest of the evening through tomorrow morning. This is 6 a.m. At this point, scattered showers, and we are dry by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, here's a look at the instability or the storm fuel for severe weather to even happen. And while there is a good bit over central and north Alabama as we speak, as we progress through 8 o'clock, most of that instability is south of I-20, even west of I-65 and Montgomery southward. So this is looking more like a severe threat further south of Birmingham as we progress through later on tonight, and that instability is out of here by 7 a.m. So how much rainfall could we see with all of this? Well, many spots of North Alabama has seen a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall. So we're talking about up to an inch, maybe an inch and a half more for parts of North Alabama, but somewhere across central Alabama, likely between, say, Calera, southward, Montgomery, and southward as well, we're going to get a band of rain that could accumulate 3, 4, if not 5 inches of rainfall, and that's where that flooding threat comes into place. The Weather Prediction Center also outlines a band of rainfall that could collect plenty of rain that could lead to some issues later on tonight and early tomorrow morning. But once all the rain is out of here, we're back to the upper 60s and low 70s tomorrow afternoon, and then temperatures plunge back behind the cold front that's bringing all of this rain. We're back in the upper 40s and low 50s come Friday morning. And then for Mother's Day weekend, not completely dry. Saturday on the drier side, maybe a few showers. Sunday, highs near 80, scattered showers are possible and occasional through the day. And then we cool off by the time we wake up early Tuesday morning with lows in the 40s, highs in the 70s, and low 80s as we get into the middle of next week.